On the one hand, India and China hold hand-in-hand friendship exercises, but behind this show of camaraderie and friendship lies a very real threat, as video of this incident that took place 2 to 3 years ago indicates.
You are doing recce area.
Yeah.
This is not your bloody area.
This is not your area.
No.
This is our area.
This is our area. And you are doing recce, patrolling your area. So many people, only 10 people can do. 10 people can do recce. 10 people can do patrolling.
Why so many? Why so many?
Not so many soldiers.
Commander, the line is very clear.
It's
The
not
line.
It's clear.
Yeah.
You have crossed it.
This is Indian territory. You are in Indian territory.
Listen.
Never before broadcast video of a tense standoff between soldiers of the Indian and Chinese army in Ladakh in northeast Kashmir. The army says the standoff took place more than 2 years ago and that there hasn't been any recent flare-up of this type.
RTR, you making road. So, we travel
Why are we showing you this footage now? Well, our intention, like in the past, is to show you the reality on the line of actual control, where frayed tempers, miscommunication and contradictory claims on Indian territory and Chinese territory can result in a very, very serious threat to the larger peace that exists between the two countries. As the officers of the two sides debate, what the Indian officer believes is a Chinese incursion across the line of actual control, the situation gets increasingly tense.
Because the line is very clear.
No, it's not. It's clear to us, but it's not clear to you.
The line is very
With both sides refusing to budge an inch, the Chinese soldiers form a protective cordon behind their officer, preventing the Indian army from moving forward. Indian soldiers do the same to prevent the Chinese moving closer to Indian positions. Now consider this, a study in contrast. Far away from the barren high-altitude desert of eastern Ladakh, an Indian officer garlanding a Chinese soldier with a medal in operations called Hand in Hand, joint operations that ended just 2 days back in Kunming in China. So while there are often tense face-offs on the line of actual control in Ladakh and Arunachal Pradesh, there is also pomp and pageantry at the closing ceremonies of events like Hand in Hand 2015, exercises held for 12 days where the two sides work together in joint anti-terrorism operations. And then further south, in exercises which ended earlier in the week, the navies of India, Japan and the US trained in very high-level naval exercises in the Bay of Bengal, in what is being seen as the first step towards the formation of a naval alliance against an increasingly expansionist Chinese navy. India insists that its China policy is pragmatic and that the naval exercises target no one. Delhi also says the joint exercises with China are a gesture at being friends. But out there in the cold sub-zero temperatures of Ladakh, it's often business as usual for Indian and Chinese soldiers, defending a frontier that remains undefined for decades. Vishnu Shobh for NDTV.